Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into a really dark one, Mikhail Popkov.
The Angarsk Maniac,
Yeah.
yeah. Russia's, well, most prolific serial killer since the Soviet Union fell.
Exactly. We've got a criminal case summary here, some criminological analysis. The goal is, to try and understand the key parts of this really disturbing story.
It's a case that's unsettling on multiple levels, not just the sheer number of victims, but the man himself.
Right, a former police officer. In Angarsk, Siberia, active from, 92 basically through to 2010, maybe even later.
Called the Werewolf and also the Angarsk Maniac. Tells you something about the brutality. And 83 confirmed murders. That's more than Chikatilo, more than Peturskin.
It's staggering. But what gets me is the contrast. This guy, he seemed so normal.
Completely. Married, had a daughter. People apparently described him as charming, soul of the party even.
Perfect husband and dad, I read somewhere. Imagine the family shock when this all came out.
Total disbelief. It points to that deep compartmentalization you see sometimes, hiding this monstrous side.
And the chilling part, using his job, the uniform, the patrol car.
Yeah, he weaponized it, used it to gain trust, lure women.
That's a fundamental betrayal, isn't it? Exploiting the very symbol of safety.
Absolutely. A calculated abuse of power probably helped him evade suspicion for a long time.
His hunting grounds were mostly Angarsk, the Irkutsk region. But he didn't stop there.
No, later on he committed crimes further afield, even out near Vladivostok in Primorsky Krai.
And the convictions came in stages, right? 2015, 2018.
Yeah, and 2021, 2023. Each time adding more victims as he confessed. It just kept growing. That final confirmed count. 83.
Let's talk about his method, his MO.
Yeah.
It was horrifyingly consistent.
He targeted women, usually alone at night, often near bars or bus stops, offered them rides.
And drove them somewhere secluded. Woods, cemeteries.
Exactly, forced them to undress.
Yeah.
And the violence was extreme. Axes, hammers, knives, awful stuff. Plus sexual violence, rape, maybe worse.
Heavy mutilation after death, too, right? And he tried to cover his tracks.
Very much so. He was careful. But his initial story, his justification.
The whole cleaner narrative, targeting prostitutes or women he deemed immoral.
Right. But the victimology just doesn't support that. Not really.
So who are the victims, actually?
Overwhelmingly, they were just ordinary women. Students, mothers, shop assistants, aged anywhere from 16 to maybe 50. There was one man, too, another police officer.
So that vigilante claim was, what, just a story he told himself? Or told the police?
Seems like a rationalization. A way to excuse, predatory violence, probably driven by misogyny, maybe sadism.
The scale is just hard to comprehend. Started with 22 convictions and 56 more, then 2, then 3. Just kept drip-feeding confessions.
He even admitted he didn't keep an exact count. Said there were likely more than the 83 confirmed. It puts Chikatilo's 52 and Petushkin's 48 into perspective.
And he got away with it for almost 20 years. How?
Well, being a cop obviously helped. Plus, Angarsk in the 90s had high crime rates generally. Things could get lost in the noise, perhaps.
And wasn't there suspicion about police involvement early on? The tire tracks.
Yes, a lot of Neva tire tracks were found at some scenes. That's a common police vehicle there. So, yeah, there were whispers.
And the missed opportunity in 98. That's just tragic.
Devastating. A 15-year-old girl survived his attack. Svetlana M. She identified Popkov, his car.
But her testimony was dismissed.
Allegedly, yes, by his own colleagues. And his wife provided a false alibi, a catastrophic failure. Think of the lives lost after that.
So what finally broke the case?
Forensics, eventually. They went back to those Neva tracks and, crucially, large-scale DNA testing.
Of police officers.
Yeah, thousands. Around 3,500 officers, maybe more residents too. And they got a hit. Podkov's DNA matched semen from victims killed back in 97.
And they arrested him in Vladivostok in 2012. Did he cooperate then?
Initially, he only confessed to the 22 murders he was first convicted for. But later, he started cooperating more. Led police to burial sites, weapons.
But his motives remained murky. The cleaner thing, blaming his wife's supposed infidelity.
Standard externalization, really. Experts assessed him as having a pathological attraction to killing. A homicidal maniac. Sadistic elements, definitely.
But legally sane?
Ruled sane, yes, despite a personality disorder. Because he could plan, evade capture, understand his actions were wrong. He knew what he was doing.
Multiple life sentences, stripped of his rank, pension.
Yeah, the sentences piled up. Symbolic, really, after the first life sentence. He was in Black Dolphin prison for a while, then moved. Tried to volunteer for Ukraine, apparently. Denied.
So, Mikhail Popkov, the werewolf. The chilling duality, the sheer brutality hidden behind normalcy.
And the impact on Angarsk must be immense, that long shadow of fear, a reminder that, well, evil can wear a familiar face.
It definitely highlights the need for better oversight in law enforcement, taking victims seriously, and the power of forensics.
Absolutely. And it leaves you wondering, doesn't it, about that line between normal life and utter pathology. How someone can maintain that split for so long. The challenges of catching offenders hidden in plain sight, especially those in positions of trust. It's
That's scary.
yeah, a deeply disturbing legacy.